There's the rattle again. But as you can see, these are generally good evening, guys. I hope all of you are doing well right now during these crazy times that we are in. I am actually heading out to do some road cruising tonight for timber rattlesnakes and a lot of other cool species. So yeah, stay tuned and I will see you guys shortly. First snake of the night is this really nice little subadult timber rattlesnake. This was actually one of my targets for the night. This is kind of a gray, almost a brown canebrake phase individual. We're in the mountains here, but we're still kind of in the lower elevations at the same time, so you do get some lowland phase timbers here, which is really cool for this area of Tennessee. Now you see this guy, he appears to have some stuck shed here on his tail a little bit and really on up his body. But yeah, nice little timber rattlesnake. We're going to move this guy off the road here to make sure he doesn't get hit trying to get across, and keep on cruising, and hopefully we will see some more good stuff. Next snake of the night is another copperhead here. This one is much faster. Doesn't like the lights here, obviously. These are much more common than the timbers here on these roads. And there he goes. Next snake of the night is a smaller but pretty attractive little copperhead here, currently bolting towards my shoes. He's trying to make his way across the road here without getting hit. So we're going to let him cross and keep on cruising, see what else we can turn up. Far. Next snake of the night is this really nice little, I wouldn't say neonate, but at least younger than a yearling little copperhead here. You see the yellow tail is still present. When these are young, they actually use that tail almost like a lure to attract small prey. And as they age, once they get just a little bit bigger than this, that yellow tail will actually fade. And then they have the normal coloration there that you see in the adults. But again, definitely a good night for the vipers. These guys are out in full force tonight. Absolutely beautiful little individual. Look at that tail. Nice pattern. We're going to make sure this little guy doesn't get run over by anybody here and keep on cruising. Next snake of the night is not a viper. It is a disproportionately large, really weird looking DeKay's brown snake. This is not what they normally look like. These guys are usually really small. They're a fossorial species. He appears to have something going on his neck here. I'm not sure what's happened. I hope he hasn't been hit, but he wasn't actually in the road here when we cruised him, so he shouldn't be hit.
I don't see any blood
apparently,
or anything either. Yeah,
there's blood on this side.
Oh.
But a real shame to see whatever has happened there, but an absolutely massive, really bizarre looking DeKay's brown snake though. Really beautiful snake. Hopefully he will be okay. But we're going to move him off the road and keep on. Next snake of the night is another copperhead. This one is slightly bigger, just a little bit prettier. This one's more of a light tan coloration. Really gorgeous little snake. There should be a lot more of these tonight. They seem to be the most common snake up here right now. Trying to get this light to work here. Yeah, I'm going to move this little guy further off the road here and keep on cruising. Go on, little buddy. What is up, guys? I am currently out here this morning hiking through this really beautiful rocky habitat here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I've got a little bit of a climb ahead of me, but I'm going to keep on after it, and we should be seeing some snakes here soon. Okay guys, first snake of the day is this nice little eastern copperhead here. This is as found in situ, sitting here in these nice berry thickets. Now if I zoom out here, you can see just how tough these guys can be to spot here in this habitat. You see there's a small rock here. with a crevice underneath it. But this is typically how you find these guys here in the mountains. I'm going to zoom in again there, get a good shot of it. This is the most common way I find them in this habitat, other than deep in rock crevices. But yeah, nice little in situ copperhead. I'm going to leave him to what he's doing here and keep on herping. Next snake of the day is another eastern copperhead here. This one is much darker and much larger. These guys are obviously out in full forest now. It's starting to get really hot, so as you can see here, there's this nice little rock outcropping that creates a lot of shade here. These guys come out to bask in the morning, and then as it heats up, they go to this nice little shaded crevice here and hang out for the rest of the day. And then of course they will come out at night to hunt for food and whatnot. But yeah, another nice copperhead. I'll get a good shot of the head there. I'm going to leave this guy alone in his crevice, and hopefully we will see some timber rattlesnakes up here. Okay guys, hours later, as I was hiking along this old wall right here, I just hiked upon this beautiful black-faced timber rattlesnake. This is the species I was hoping to see today. Now, I am currently standing at about 4,600 feet right here. So this is the highest elevation timber rattlesnake I have ever found. As you can see, I'm up here in some really high elevation clearings. There's a few spruce fir trees mixed in. I just seen this guy out wandering through the grass here. He is extremely laid back. As you can see, he is not rattling. He doesn't want to do me any harm at all. These guys have a bad reputation, but they are actually extremely shy and secretive snakes. And as long as you keep your distance from them and give them respect, they really will not even notice that you are there. I have seen many of these over the years, and to this day I have still never had a timber strike at me. So that just speaks a lot of the temperament of these montane timbers. I'm going to try to get this guy to come out of the grass a little more. Now he's rattling. He seems to be on to me. But yeah, a nice black-faced timber rattlesnake. Once you get up here in these higher elevations, these guys actually are, you get more dark phase individuals than the lighter phases. Because when you're up here this high, obviously being darker helps them soak up more warmth and sunlight. So yeah, I'm going to let this little guy go on his way here, photograph him, and hopefully we will see some more timbers. Right here is a much clearer look at this guy now that he is up here on this wall out in the open. Really beautiful timber rattlesnake. Now they do get bigger than this, but this is an average sized adult here. There's the rattle again. But as you can see, these are generally really laid back snakes. It takes a lot to get them to rattle. All he wants to do is get away here. He sees me as the big, intimidating attacker. But yeah, I'm going to let him go down the wall here and keep on herping. What is up, guys? I am currently driving down the mountain here. Now I didn't mention it in the last clip because I was really excited, but I actually had to drive to an entirely different mountain to find that black-faced timber. So I'm pretty tired. It was around 1,700 feet higher in elevation than the last spot I was at. So I noticed earlier it really heat up too quick. So the two copperheads I found were sitting in the shade and nothing was out basking. So to have a chance to timber, I drove to a much higher elevation here on this other mountain. And this is actually a place where I have been looking for timbers for over a year now, and I have never seen any there. You know, I knew that there was a population up here right at the elevation where you typically stop seeing them, which is around 5,000 feet. And that's what the top of this mountain is. But I had never seen any until today, so I was really excited. That's a new location for me, and definitely the highest elevation timber I have ever found. But yeah, I'm day. I will either be out tonight to do some road cruising or doing some hiking in the morning, but either way, I will see you guys next time. On the way down the mountain here, I just cruised this absolutely massive black rat snake, and this is a solid black individual here. This just puts the length into perspective. He is all stretched out here. Really doesn't even have too much white on his belly. Absolutely flawless black rat snake. This is the largest one I've seen this year. Now these guys are also really common here in the Blue Ridge Mountains in the higher elevations. I'm going to try to get him up here just so you guys can see a better size reference, because he is absolutely massive. I can't even get his whole body in the video here. Beautiful black rat snake, absolutely huge. When they get this big, I call them the poor man's indigo snake. What a beautiful rat snake. I was not expecting to see one of these on the way down, but I will definitely take it. Now these guys are common throughout East Tennessee, but they're always just a real pleasure to see and photograph when they get this big. So I'm going to get some good pictures of this guy here and help him across the road, and I should be calling it a day here. Alright, I just got this guy to calm down a little bit here after taking a bite from him. I'm just trying to show off the size here. This is an absolutely gorgeous rat snake. I love it when these guys get this big. I'm just trying to put it into perspective here. Probably a good, could be 5.5 feet. I think he's closer to 6 though. But I'm going to let this guy go here and keep on.